Let me see how this was going. Hi, Denise. We're just getting started. I am doing this in two places. Yes. Okay. So I'm double streaming. I'm recording it on Instagram on my phone and then everywhere else with StreamYard. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. So happy Thursday. Let's talk about what you're grateful for. Feel free to write it down, say it out loud, or write it in the comments. I appreciate a lot of the deep work lately. Yesterday, we talked about what life is really about. It's the game of expansion. And if that's the case, we're going to have to feel restricted. We're going to have to struggle so that we can grow. And even though I talk about this all the time, it is easy to sometimes to forget. And no one spared the human experience. So that includes me and the rest of you, the rest of us. So with that in mind, I really appreciate the opportunities to dig deep and be reminded that the surface is just like the beginning. Usually if I'm working on something that I feel restricting, it's like the big one of the 50 dominoes. So you have to start with one and then like you're able to go deeper and deeper and deeper and explore what's really going on, what are the causes, and more importantly, how can we release it, right? So if you're new here, there's the clearing breath. It's an inhale and a short exhale. So anytime you feel identify anything restricting, just clear it. There's lots of other ways to clear, but this is just a quick way to do it. You can go deeper in journaling or meditation or self-reflection. Hi there, Paula. Thanks for joining. Hello. So we're talking about what we're grateful for, and I'm really grateful for the deep work lately that I've been doing, and it's a function. It's necessary to expand. So if the game of life is about expansion, then the deep work, the inner work is necessary in order to do that. So I appreciate that amongst my busyness, I've been taking the opportunities to go deeper and really reflect, which is why in all the work we do with my clients and the community, we play with things during the day to implementation is so important, and then we reflect at night. So I know it sounds so simple, but these simple steps are incredibly powerful. That's what I discovered when I played the gratitude game. So around 2005, 2004, I used to live in Los Angeles and I commuted like most other Angelinos do. And a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, JJ Flasanes, she and I would play a gratitude game. We'd call each other. We'd purposely not answer, usually in the morning, and we'd go on a rampage of appreciation. Be like, happy Thursday. I appreciate the sun is shining. I appreciate I woke up this morning. I appreciate I'm on time. I appreciate traffic's going to be great. And then I would get to like the deeper things. So if something was bothering me and I didn't know what it was, I would be grateful for the resolution of that problem. And before I knew it, just by doing this game every day, I couldn't help but to appreciate, no matter what was happening, something. So it really rewired me. Like something so simple, a little game that I did every day ended up changing me. Then I was like a solutions person. I was always a bright side person, even more. And it really made a big difference. It made my life a lot better. And it was way more fun for me to, to be around me, I imagine. So that's what got me started in like the amazing power of gratitude. Hello. So what I wanted to share with you today is somebody asked a great question, and they said they're great at work, that, they can show up at work, but they have some hard times um, showing up at home. Like their work life, they've got it together. They're a rock star. But at home, not so much. They're having a hard time being centered or present. And we know being present, that's where the magic lives. So whatever it takes for us to be present is really important. So we talked about the idea of transition time. Now, anytime you're doing focused work, it is really important to have a transition from that focused work to your pivot exercise, and especially working from home. It's really hard to be at home and the family's going on, and there's lots of ways to do it. I'm going to give you a bunch. Stay tuned. And some of us are lucky, we can close the door and be in our work cocoon, and then when we go outside, it's life is there. So she asked, how do I do this? So we talked about the idea of transition time. If you have a commute, usually the car ride would be it. So then if you do have a commute, I would I would challenge you to use it to decompress and to change your state of mind. So listen to something positive, tune in. So what we talked about with this person today was, okay, she works from home. So she said she actually likes washing the dishes. So we said, that's a great one. Hi there. We're talking about transition time, how to go from workspace to home space, to be present and available, to enjoy our families, and so that they feel we are our best friend, our best selves there. Like we're not just giving it our all to our work, right? So we talked about the idea of transition time. Oh my God. Hi, Peter. We're talking about, hello, my European friends and family. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about transition time, especially how to go from being focused, like us workaholics or recovering workaholics. We might be rock stars at work, and then we might feel a little off at home. I don't think Europeans suffer with this as much as we do here, but anyway. So we talked about transition time. She actually likes to wash the dishes when she's done with work. So I think that's a great idea because, it's almost like taking a shower. You don't have to think about it too much. It's something you're doing, you're using your hands, and you can make it into a sacred meditation. And nobody needs to know you're doing this. So while you're doing the dishes, you're feeling water, you can think about how you're finishing the day. Everything that happened at the work is done. You're letting go, you're washing it away. I think this is the idea of like the baptism comes. So you're clearing everything that no longer serves you, whatever worked out, whatever great, it's giving you a process to rinse the day away. There was a song in the 70s, I think, like, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. And I was thinking how funny that is. And yes, you want to wash the day away. So you can do that washing your hands, you can do that washing the dishes. In that way, she washes the dishes, she tidies her home, she does something for her home. She has like to take care of some big pets outside. And then we talked about, once you've done with that, why not do something fun? Like, so you've taken care of your animals, you wash the dishes. Now you want to be available for your family. So we talked about playing some kind of game. I have a friend who plays backgammon. She told me her husband loves to playing a game that takes a long time. So they could break it up in stages, and the daughter has been wanting to learn. So it's a great thing for them to do together, to transition from work time to family fun time, before having to like prep the meal and do all that stuff. Like something fun, like we like to go for a walk. That's what we do here. And then there's other ways. My friend talks about Robin Blakely. I mentioned her yesterday. She's an amazing publicist. She talks about the different hats we wear in business. Like the marketing hat is very different than the sales hat. So I have some pretty awesome, I call them power shoes that I use in my office. So when I feel I need to strengthen the divide from work time, the transition between those work time and family time, I will put on my power shoes. Or I have a jacket, like one blazer that I use when I'm writing, for example. So when I take it off, it's like, okay, that is done. So how would transition time benefit you? And what are some ideas on how you do it? There's clothing, there's hats, there's rituals. And I love the washing the hands because that's something, especially us that work with people, is very important. Every time we touch water, it's almost like a blessing and saying, I release everything that's not mine. I release everything that's not pure love. So washing the dishes to transition into family time is a great idea. So those are my fairy godmother thoughts for you today. Please continue to submit any questions. And next week, we'll see. I'll try to do the same time. I will try. I'm going to be in my ski vacation. And I appreciate that there's going to be a lot of work being done in my home. So I'm going to come back and a lot of things are going to be fixed. So I'm excited about that. You're welcome, Judith. Thank you for listening and be well. Ciao.